my skin. The air is cold, the air is thin. Run through the valley and over the hill. It's the unforgettable thrill of hunting Moomin. Of hunting Moomin. Are heavy as well as our packs. Our eyes scan the ground. Will we soon find their tracks? The frost is white upon my skin. The air is cold, the air is thin. Run through the valley and over the...
Hi there, it's Keith and Lobates here. And this is the 7th Orthoverse Is Doomed live stream. So we're just moving along, and today I have a special treat for you, which is that instead of wandering around the Orthoverse looking at the voxel world, I'm actually going to be playing a game of Pong in a decentralized manner that is actually linked in some small part to the Orthoverse. Somebody called Brian Klink, who I think is currently lurking in the YouTube chat, so hi Brian, coded up a decentralized version of the classic 1972 Atari game Pong, and I think that may well have been one of the first computer games I actually ever played, because we had an Atari 2600 games console when I was a kid. I can remember Dad bringing it home, and so I must have played this game for hundreds of hours. It's not the world's most thrilling game, as you will see shortly if you've not seen Pong before. But anyway, and the other thing is, I'm not just playing a game of Pong, I'm going to be playing a game of Pong against another Orthoverse token owner, that is Ken Newton, and he's the guy who built the large pyramid that I was exploring last time I was in the Orthoverse. So it's going to be interesting, because I believe he's from the same generation as me, so we'll see which of us has managed to keep their skills up to date and which of us has become rusty over time. And so he's actually on a meet at the moment, and maybe what we could do, if anybody in the chat is listening, is I'll turn up the desktop audio now, and then maybe Ken can actually say hi to us. So Ken, I'm yielding the floor to you momentarily.
Hey, Keith. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, because I've got you
coming across
on headphones, but I don't know if anybody else can. So we'll get some feedback hopefully in the chat. Let's just assume, I mean, I've got a lot of moving parts here now. I've got the streaming code, I've got the actual game open, and the YouTube channel open as well, all on 3 different monitors, which is why my head is moving around like somebody at a tennis game, which I guess is appropriate given that that's what we're going to do. So Ken, I'm not entirely clear on what rules we are supposed to be playing by, so I think what we should do is, we're getting feedback in the chat saying that you can be heard, Ken, so that's great. So how about, can we settle on best of 3 games, I believe it is, and I'll launch the first one, and then you can launch the second one, and then I'll launch the third one. So let's see if I can actually log in to start with.
Perfect.
There we go. I think it's saying I'm logged in, and I'm not sure which token it's going to grab though, because I have a bunch of them. Oh, good. It's got Denny Ginelli again. That's the one I played against Mitko. So I'm going to invite you. I think the last time the Europe one was the best one, and I'm going to get an... Aha. Can you see the invite code, Ken? Because I can't. I'm going to go to the game.
Cannot.
Oh, there it is. Right. I'm going to copy that and paste it into a messenger so you don't have to try and get it from my screenshot.
Perfect.
And that should make you faster than other people. Am I actually showing the right... Yes, I'm checking on the monitor that I'm actually showing Pong for the Orthoverse. So that's... Yep, that's good. And
I've clicked join. Oh, here I am.
I've seen, and now I'm waiting to start the game. So let's get into our battle positions, Ken, and I'm going to start the game. And I'm seeing a blank screen. Oh, no, there we go. That's not looking very fast to me, so this could be interesting. Right. Can you see the
little
lag?
lag.
Okay. This
This is going to be interesting.
yeah, this brings back so many
It's still
memories.
fascinating because we're playing in real time, connected via browser. There's no server between us.
Yeah, that's a point we have to make here. There's no central authority, no game server, not like any of the other things out there. It's directly my browser to your browser. And it's starting to speed up. Oh. I'm actually starting to feel slightly nervous. Right. Well, it's about as fascinating as Wimbledon is, I think. Just without famous personalities playing. All right, there we go. Now it's really getting kicking.
Need some color commentary.
Whoa. It's actually the jitter adds an extra element of... Hey! I got the first one. Right. This reminds me of
the sounds will add a lot to it, I believe.
Yes, it
we
needs
just
that kind
add
of
the little beep.
beep, beep. Yeah, yeah. This reminds me a bit of the first live stream I ever watched, which was Dan TDM playing Slither.io. And at the end of the hour,
Oh my gosh!
Did I really just spend an hour watching a young English man playing a stupid game for an hour? But my kids love that kind of stuff. I doubt that they're going to find this particularly interesting, though. Right. Maybe
we can
next time we
evolve
should
to
play
have
the
asteroids.
Yeah, asteroids. That was a good one. It's funny. I seem to. No, that was a momentary pause. Yeah, the Atari games on the 2600 started off very good, but by the end they were sort of weird, really weird ones.
No, again. It's on the upslide.
You know how they say you need to do
I have
something.
To guard my.
Sorry, you need to do something for 10,000 hours in order to fully master it. I don't think I quite managed that many hours with Pong, but it was certainly in the hundreds.
Definitely.
This one doesn't quite do the angle shots the way the one I remember from my childhood did. And of course we had paddles then, so it's a potentiometer, sort of dial that you had to twist rather than moving a mouse up and down.
I have the muscle memory from that still, so when I get in trouble, I start trying to zing it.
Yeah, you try to sort of jump up into it, catch it on the top of your bat, and that doesn't work in this. Right, there we go.
Don't hold your
Whoa!
breath. Oh!
First loss. Right. I wonder if Brian's changed to see it's the best of three, first of three. All right, now we're back in slow-mo land.
Oh, one of us must have gone to the wrong thing. It says the best to 5. Yeah, it says out of 5.
It says first
so
player
maybe
to 3
it's
on mine.
set to 5.
Yeah, mine says first player to 3 points.
And I've gone to the wrong.
Okay, I wonder what's going to happen then. Maybe yours is not going to recognise my win of 3. I was sort of wondering if there's some kind of caching problem and it's slowing down all the time because it looks, maybe if you move a lot it freezes more as well, I don't know.
Ah! You gotta time the leg.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we do need a commentator though. Otherwise it's not exactly the most fascinating spectator sport.
If Brian's around, we could get him on the call.
Yeah, I think I'm going to want to focus on getting this third point first. That's my competitive streak coming out there.
Gotta slam dunk it first. No!
Yes!
My
The
click.
crowd goes wild.
Well, that technically should have been the win.
Uh-huh. Right, okay, so that's the first one. There's still two more. Ken, you've got a chance to come back and win that. And actually, when I look
we've
over
got a
in
lockup, so maybe there is an issue.
Yeah, I think it may be that because of the fact that you're on the old version, yours may not be coping with the fact that it came through. And it's funny because when I'm watching it on the live stream...
Oh, I definitely got the wrong email. I mean, the wrong URL. Definitely.
Yeah, if you just go to ortho1.versel.app and leave off any page, it takes you to the right one. Right. Do you want to start the second one? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's 11 minutes of the live stream already.
There we go.
Maybe while you're doing that, I can catch up on some of the comments.
Coming through now.
Right. Yeah, so Brian was recommending we use a different server next time. Okay, I'm going to put that in. So I'm going to be on the other side now, I guess. And did the join work? I'm not seeing anything happening over here. What about you, Ken?
It's loading. It's waiting for something to happen on your end. I put in Europe.
Yeah, I've copied your code that you sent me in, and I've clicked join, and it's just sitting there. Let's have a look. So nothing terrible showing up in the console. Lots of good messages. Let me. I'm going to do a hard refresh and see if I can.
Likewise, and this time I won't choose anything, any kind of background or anything. I won't do anything.
Yeah,
weird.
I left it black on purpose. I think it stresses it out too much. By the way, Brian, it says here that there's some invalid HTML in something. Right, are we looking at... Yes, got another code through, haven't I? Here we go. Okay, connected. Yes, there we go. I'm ready to play. All right, there we go. I like the way Brian's called it enemy. Really adding...
All right, starting the game. No!
Oh.
Oh, I should have been ready.
I started off with my mouse pointer in the wrong place. I had to go off the bottom of the... There we go. Good thing it didn't start too fast. I was tempted today to sit down and write a little bit of JavaScript because you can see where the ball is going to have it move the paddle automatically for me. And then I thought I thought that would kind of look obvious if I'm...
Aimbots.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be too tricky. Oh, I think it's time to focus now.
Or how long a machine would play against a machine.
Well, presumably until one of the computers broke. Or you turned it off. The interesting one would be to write some machine learning code to see if you can actually, be an interesting little exercise. Can you write it so it learns to play? I should have taped my mouse button down. That is one thing that gets me over time, is holding down the left mouse button to have it move. Although I found another online version and it didn't have the mouse button requirement, but it only worked if your mouse pointer was within the box of the game. And that... yeah, so you ended up moving out of it and losing because suddenly your paddle wasn't working.
Oh, I can't believe I tried to be slick. Don't try to be slick with the paddle Doom paddle.
Doom paddle, yes. I like the fact we've both got futuristic tiles.
I've seen lots of suggestions on what can be done for like winning and prizing and battles and stuff. That'd be interesting to see how things can be
developed over time.
Gamified.
Yeah, I mean, things start off small and can grow big. This is it's a really good first step. The next one is to add it so you can actually play it in the voxel world.
Yes, that'd be so cool.
You could actually build an arcade, maybe.
Oh, what if it is 3D in the voxel world?
Yeah, I don't know if it can cope with that. It's quite an intensive app, the voxel world. It's really at the limits of what a browser will do.
Oh, nice. All right.
Right.
2 out of 3.
Well, I think we'll have the third one anyway, Ken, right? Even though I've got the 2 out of 3. What do you think? Are you happy to have one more go? Or...
Certainly.
Okay. Keep saying best of 5, best of 6. Remember, I don't know what it was like when you were a kid, but you always used to say, go on, let's have a best of 7, best of 9. Just keep upping it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Which server were you using? Were you using the North America one?
I'm not sure. Yeah, we can try it. I know.
Right. So it's creating the code. Oh, no, you were using EU because it was prefixed with EU.
Right.
Right. There we go. Well, I'm pleased that you can share a Google Meet audio conversation with the desktop audio. That's good.
I mean, I live pretty close to a hospital, so you may hear helicopters flying over.
All right.
It's quite a regular occurrence.
I live near a small airfield. You get little Cessnas coming by occasionally.
So I have said, yeah, maybe. Oh, Oh, something's coming up, but nothing's coming up for me. Possibly we have to do the Europe, the
Right.
EU.
Yeah, I've got my land, but it's not showing you. Just got a blank. Okay, let's try it again.
Seems like EU is working well.
Brian was suggesting using the QV bits server, so that would be Leos's. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Let's try again. I'm going to invite you. We'll use the testing QV bits server. Get code. It's going into the messenger. Of course, anybody who's really fast on the keyboard and watching this could sneak in and steal the invite code and be playing somebody else, but I think it's too long for that to be a possibility.
Possibly be bots in the future to steal your game.
Right.
Okay. Joining. Or
okay.
click the button to join.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Start game. Now focus, Ken. You can do it.
Pushing it. So I guess you could optimize your connection. So I didn't experience this lag the last games that I was playing. So
yeah, I think when Mitko and I were playing one of the games, we had this, but like the previous game was working really well. So
yeah,
I think it adds an extra bit of challenge.
Maybe because you're streaming.
Yeah, it's possible.
Possibly because you're streaming.
And an audio meet as well. So, I mean, I've got a 5G connection, but it is over mobile.
Right.
So, there we go. Now it's moving smoothly. Oh, that reminded me. If the ball just stuck on your paddle, like it was due to a lag, the Atari version, you had this option where you could actually catch the ball if you held down the button. On the paddle, it stuck to your paddle, and then you could move and fling it off, and that was quite good for sort of strategic play. Oh, I think.
I can't believe you never moved to the top right fast enough.
Yeah, I think that was the lag getting you, to be honest. Right.
Try to play by way of the YouTube lag.
Well, unfortunately, the YouTube. I'm gonna lose it on there. There we go. I knew it was going to happen.
I win. That's it.
1-1. That's right. Yeah, the YouTube channel is about 20 seconds behind, so I don't think you could play it using that. Right. But when you think about it, it's quite remarkable the amount of stuff that we are actually using here just to play this. When you the amount of layers of software and hardware, and then it's like that joke, about mobile phones. I have a smartphone that allows me to find any piece of information known to humanity, no matter where I am, and I use it to look at pictures of cats. And so we're kind of doing an old arcade game version of that. Right.
Yeah, didn't see it coming when we were working on the web in the 90s. Didn't see it coming to this.
No, well, actually, I very clearly remember the first time I saw a web page, because it was just a grey mosaic web page with a picture of mathematician I knew and his name and a list of other. He said, "Hi, I'm Matthew. I'm a mathematician, and here are some of my friends." And then there was a list of 3 other people. And then when you clicked on those links, you went to identical looking pages with almost identical looking people.
Right.
And I sort of, at the time, I was very underwhelmed. I thought, well, yeah, this is not particularly amazing, is it? And but some people saw it back, and that would have been 95, I think, or 94. Up.
Look at that. You are definitely the master.
Yeah. So, well, when the game takes off and we have
Good game.
Thank you very much. I appreciated it. So if it takes off and we have a leaderboard, then of course there will be people with far more skill than me, and I will actually get reading this. We only have a small player group at the moment, but it's been a very fun experiment, I found. And it's also really nice that there's it builds a connection. So and I think having the tokens kind of gives you that initial introduction in a way, which is something that, whereas if you play on chess.com, for example, and you don't know the person that you get paired with, there's not the same kind of initial, you don't feel like you're in a group. So I think tying in a community and tokens is not a bad idea for this kind of thing. I think it could eventually go somewhere. Right, well, thank you so much for agreeing to go live with me, Ken. I really appreciate it, and I think you put up a good fight.
Awesome.
Plus, this is the first time we've ever talked, I think. So, what strange conditions to do it under. But there you go.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Now, guys, I am going to end this live stream early, as I don't know if I said it at the beginning or whether I was talking to someone else at that point. But today I have to keep it short because I have some house guests, and there will not be a live stream next weekend because we have some guests coming over as well. It's the winter holiday. We have a week with no school, and that means that people we know, most of whom have kids, actually have the time to come over and visit us, which they normally don't. So next live stream will be same time but in 2 weeks, and hopefully by that point I'll have a whole bunch of extra stuff in the Orthoverse voxel world. I've been messing around a lot with trigonometry and matrix algebra to try and make the sun and moon a bit more interesting, because at the moment they move across the sky in a straight line, or rather they just go overhead. So I'm trying to add seasons is what it boils down to. But yeah, today we played Ortho Pong, and it was really good fun, and now I get to go into Janelli and add the winning scores again, as I did for the previous one that I did, just to keep a public record in the Orthoverse of how it went. So thank you all for being here, and I'll see you not next week but the weekend after. Bye for now, guys.